my gosh, you guys. What's going on? Give us a heart and a thumbs up. We was having so many malfunctions, but we got it. Amen. Look at God. Look at God. Won't he do it?
Absolutely.
So tonight I had two lovely guests here with me tonight on Candi Coated Secrets. Woo, 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 woo. I'm going to let you introduce yourself. And, I'm going to start with, who I'm going to start with? Y'all going to say cut sausage is it?
Oh, absolutely him.
All right. I am the marriageologist in the motherfucker building tonight. In the motherfucker building.
Oh, absolutely. It's me. Y'all know the marriageologist, aka Infinite Mind and Sideways A sign. Some people know me as M. Whichever one you want to call me.
Okay. Fuck how you feel podcast.
Absolutely.
Okay. And shout outs, go follow him, you guys. And I also have Trouble himself in the motherfucking building with y'all.
Hey, what's
Nate.
going on?
Oh,
I have Trouble in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You
How you doing?
Chocolate big old bear. You chocolate big old bear.
So it's Chef Chocolate, El Chocolate. You feel what I'm saying? Nathan Madison, aka the Mercenary Chef. The one that you love to hate and hate to love.
Hey, that's a Cardi B song.
Yeah.
I'm the bitch that they love to hate. Hey. I'm the bitch that they hate to love. What up, babe? Yeah. I remember that song. How y'all doing? Hey, Sonara. Give us a heart and a thumbs up to let us know you are here tonight. I have, my two lovely members of Candi Coated Secrets. And he said he want to say hi. So say hi to your best friend.
Hey, best friend. That's my best friend. Oh. Hey, best friend. That's my best friend. Hey, what's up, baby? Got them Chinese people doing them nails right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, best friend do nails?
Huh?
She do nails?
No, that little lang wang.
Oh, the little mingling.
Yeah,
okay.
With the duck sauce.
Well, shout out to the duck sauce.
with the duck sauce? With the duck sauce.
To the duck sauce, okay? Wait a minute. Oh, I done gave y'all the topic. So this is going to start off with tonight's topic, okay? What are the discussions? So if you're here, share the show. Tell your friends that we are on. We're live. I'm sorry for the delay. It wasn't me. They got to actually witness me work through, okay, my malfunction. How was
like
that
a professional?
It was very professional, very
slick. It was like a professional. It's something like a professional.
Very Caucasian of you, the way you handle
it. Yeah, exactly. very pilgrimesque.
Not very Caucasian of me. Well, hopefully, that it makes it for a better thing, okay? So, you guys, I have witnesses. We were ahead of time, correct?
Yeah, we were definitely ahead of schedule.
3 black people on time.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And
the rare event
was set up. The universe don't want me to be great. Absolutely. This is why I feel like my show is not meant to be on time. But then when I'm on time, the technology is late.
But you was already on.
That's what it was.
I was saying, hold up. So, thank you. Miller and, Chef Chocolate. I got to change your name now.
I'm Chocolicious with
ladies and gentlemen, he came tonight. He blessed this place with, the cross. Okay?
That's real nice.
Because we're delivered, blessed and highly favored in here. With some Douce. Thank you.
No problem.
Tap the bottle.
Okay.
Yeah. We tapped the bottle.
Yeah.
Now,
Nate, I honestly feel like...
Oh, and he also has Ciroc. I never had this French brandy. Oh, he fancy, huh? He fancy. Okay. So you guys share the show for me tonight. Thank you for all of your, patience and shit with us. Also, moving forward, you will not get the alert for the show through Facebook unless you are like my friend on Facebook or have the follow button or something like that. Because as you guys get to see, I don't do it through Facebook anymore. So, but it's for the better. It's for the better. So let's get into this topic tonight. If you don't believe in monogamy, why get into a relationship? Does that mean you're a cheater? So I think that this is great because I have two men, and hopefully they don't freaking gang up on me. So ladies, I need y'all to appear. Hurry the hell up. Go get your homegirls, because I feel like You know, especially
yeah, ladies. I like to hear what y'all got to say about this anyway.
Now I usually do Hennessy and apple juice, but I'm gonna try Douce apple juice ice water.
It kind of sounds really good.
It does. It does.
It poured. Yeah, it poured real crisp. It's real crisp.
So okay, so let's go. Let's go to you since you're the guest, since you're physically here for tonight, because I know you're gonna always give me that gut stomach punch answer, and we have the marriologist here to clean it on out and make people love you.
Yes, I'm here to fix
praise
this.
The Lord for that filter.
That's what I do.
He said, "Praise the Lord for that filter." So, all right, what do you think? So this came from just like a conversation that I was having, and a lot of the things that I've seen in the group, and a lot of men are always talking about monogamy. We weren't put here to be monogamous, you know. The dog like to sleep with all the dogs, and all of this, that, and the third. So, a lot of the times when I've seen people speak on monogamy and being monogamy, they're usually fucking married or in a relationship. So you know, then that confuses me. You know, and that's gonna automatically make me think you cheating. Amen. So this is I just want to know, you guys, drop your comments and your thoughts below. So what do you think about people who are freaking having issues with that?
Well, first and foremost, everything is wild before it's tamed. Therefore, ain't nobody no fucking buffalo. But realistically, you know, with the dating scene and everything like that, with technology and all this social media, you know, you gotta remember, back in the day when monogamy was the thing, you know, and relationships like that was the big thing, like, your grandfather could go get milk and have a whole nother family up the street. You know, now that people know they got options, motherfuckers want to explore their options. You only get one life. You can't be on some regular shit. Like, who wants a Honda Civic if you can work to a Maybach?
Oh my God, he's killing me over here.
I'm just saying, like, really think about it. Like, you know, a couple shows ago, you said something like, marriage should come with an expiration date. You remember that? Yeah. You remember where he was talking about they should have a renewal license? Absolutely. Well, like, you know, monogamy is great in a sense, but like, would you stay with something that's currently depreciating and always depreciating, and there's nothing being done to maintain it or help it get better or raise the quality of it?
Sorry, that just fucked me all the way up. I'm sorry. It messed me up. But no. But the reason why I said that I think that marriages should come with a renewal license and expiration dates is because, you know, sometimes people jump into marriage and then realize they don't want to get married. They shouldn't have been with that person. Or, you know, as we always hear, they turned into somebody I never knew. That's a lie. They were always that person. You just ignored it.
Or they on the ID channel because they done killed your ass.
Exactly. So I think that, you know, that should come because I think that would deter maybe the divorce rate. A little bit. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If you could,
I don't think it would deter the divorce rate.
Oh my gosh, here he go. I do. I definitely I think it would, because it would allow you every year or maybe it should be like your license or something. I don't know. I'll let y'all know once I'm governor. But I do. I think that it would keep down something, because it's like, it's not that pressure. Look, I can be faithful to you for a year because come next month, we do renew. No, I want to go in and jump in these hind parts. So I'm going to go jump in these hind parts and things like that. That's why I feel like that marriages and shit should have a renewal date, an expiration date. But monogamy, I don't understand why people get into relationships or get married and then preach or say, you know, monogamy is the way. So it's like, all right, so if you are in this relationship, right, and if you're in a marriage, and you're a true believer of monogamy is the way, couldn't you confidently say that you don't think that he's messing around? If that's really how he feels, yes or no?
You should be able to.
You should be able to what?
You should be able to feel like he's not messing around.
If monogamy is what he's in, is what he is for. I'm sorry, he's not for monogamy.
Oh, you mean if he's not for monogamy?
You already knew.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't make a tiger change his stripes.
I can't honestly say that he already knew, but once he figure it out, he should make a judgment at that point. because I don't think everybody knows, because I don't think everybody is aware of the things that they do. Sometimes
Now,
people just on automatic. A lot of times, it just is what it is.
can I ask you a question? I have to ask you this. One thing I really believe in is people finish how they start. So
Okay.
if you start as a side chick or a side dude, should you be upset if you finish as a side chick or a side dude? Like you really thought
Well,
you was that fucking special that you were just
well,
gonna change somebody's ways?
let the
Preach.
marriageologist fix this.
Look, you know that's above my pay grade. Go ahead, preacher.
So, absolutely not. They should not have an expectation that there's going to be any difference, because that's the space in which they started in. And there's a reason why they probably the side chick or the side dude, because they don't have all the prerequisites to actually be in a position, or they might not even be interested in a position. So I think it just kind of all depends on the person, but that main person who's dealing with the situation that has a side chick or has a side dude, they're probably not going to want that person to be their main. Why? If they started out that way,
So
what
let's
makes
so let's let's back up for a second, right?
I'm going to interject once y'all get done.
Say what does monogamy come with? So when you take that step to be with somebody, right? When you go from dating and you cross this imaginary no ring having ass threshold, right?
right?
I'm just saying, right? When you pass this, when y'all had your last date at Chuck E. Cheese or wherever the fuck y'all go, right?
Yeah.
What
It was
changes?
Home Depot.
What gets expanded in this benefit package?
Well, I'm so glad that you said that.
That is a good question. I can't answer that. So it would have to be a lady. I mean, as far as I see it, I agree with your line of thinking.
Okay, so for me, well, not for me literally, but y'all think that if you a side chick, you're not supposed to have no goals. I mean, like to a degree,
That's what I was saying.
as far as moving up in a relationship, because of the simple fact. Why you like
side chicks don't get promoted? That's what she said.
No, they don't.
I did not say that.
There's a ceiling with this job.
No, I mean, but you know, I've had conversations with people who have said,
it's fast food.
Yeah, I've had conversations with people who have said that their husband's cheating saved their marriage, or them cheating saved their marriage. That's what I'm saying. I've had some people say that, you know, I know people and all that who wife their side chicks. So, but
That's interesting.
It is. They have. So it's just
that's leveling up. She or he must have been special. But
not
I
too
think
not too special, because he and she still mess around. So I don't think that it ever gets fully cleared. I just think that it's your turn. But I am a true believer of how you get them is how you'll lose them. So my issue comes in when the side chick or the side dude starts complaining about their partner now cheating.
Now, can we talk about this for a second?
You get what I'm saying?
Can we talk about this?
Is y'all hear what I say?
I feel like a woman having a male side piece is an easier story. Okay? And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
It doesn't involve very much emotion.
Right. Like, just call me. Just call me. I don't gotta hear about your day. I ain't gotta hear about nothing. I just gotta take a shower and show the fuck up. Who fucks that up? Nobody.
First of all, that's not true.
That's sad.
Some men out here
we need to get
emotional.
rid of them. We need to get rid of them.
It's some emotional men.
Fucking it up for everybody.
It's a few Carl Thomases out there.
They are fucking it up.
Some of them are. I mean, I wasn't always this person back when I was in the world. That's what I like to call them. When I was in the world, I was a hoodlum. You know.
But it's the victim shit that I hate.
He came and
like, you should
bust my damn windows.
Wait.
He did what?
Wait, what? So,
well, she did.
So wait, so you was navigating the community property space, and he got upset.
Did this nigga just call me community property.
No, he said that you. He said
I
you
wasn't gonna
had
say you
busy
for the
stores
street.
renting a
I feel
unit.
like community property is classic.
No, so and I don't even like. So once upon a time, I've never cheated. That's not me, but I was like the cheatette.
I've never cheated.
Yeah, I was the cheatette
Okay.
at once upon a time.
I'll dump you and then get back with you that night, but I never cheated.
Oh, you sound like my baby phone.
Hey, shit, I didn't cheat.
Yeah,
We weren't together.
it got to be a
Between
separation time.
6:30 and 8:45, we weren't together, right? Remember when you said fuck me? I was like, fuck you too. I don't want your ass. I don't want you in.
Now, ladies, hold up.
You say that there's separation.
Hold on, ladies. This is a good point because this is coming from a man. They think like this. This is how they think.
Because it's literal.
If he breaks up with you, get your ass back over here. If they break up with you and don't want to talk to you, they're slipping off, doing what they want to do, and going to say y'all weren't together when he met Felicia.
Ain't that what y'all do?
I don't do that.
I've been right beside somebody when they did that.
Oh, look at you! Look at the pot.
I learned that from her.
And the kettle calling the pot.
And I was like, damn, that's smart.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, so you know what I'm saying? Before I knew any better, and yeah, whatever he did, I didn't want to do it no more. He bust my fucking window.
You must really.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got to stop giving people the gold package. Okay?
Exactly.
One of my best friends call it the special.
You got to give them the paper bag package, not the gold.
Fucking liability. You let
niggas
rent the vehicles.
Right.
I'm really just a vibe, and then everybody always be trying to act like they up for the job.
Exactly.
And then they don't succeed, but that's another story for the YouTube
channel.
Right,
but like we said,
you got to lower your vibe. Look, you got to lower your vibe for the side piece.
The dating
is what he said.
And when you go into a monogamous relationship, what changes?
Wait a minute, what did you say? What did you just say?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I said you got to lower your vibe for the side piece. You can't be the high vibe. That don't make any sense. You're giving him too much. That's why he bust your windows.
I got to be me. And on that note,
he was out there like Michael Jackson beating up on the car.
Make sure y'all go subscribe to Candi Coated Secrets.
Who's out there dancing in the rain?
YouTube channel.
Right.
Let me go to some of the comments. Let's go to some of the comments, and then I'm going to get to you to answering your question as far as what changes. Because me personally, he's going to bite my head off, but I feel like marriage is just a piece of paper. Hold that thought, marriageologist, because I know you about to fuck me up. But I'm just saying that. Faster. Just hold your peace.
That's an expensive ass.
Guys, go ahead over and make sure you follow.
It's a very expensive piece of paper.
Follow the YouTube channel, Candi Coated Secrets, and also follow, go subscribe to I Just Want to Quit. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to I Just Want to Quit reality show where you can watch me on my journey. I should have just recorded what the hell happened here. I will be interacting on there with other entrepreneurs that you'll get to see and hear pieces of their journey. The series. The first part of the series of the reality show with the owner of Collective Beauty that has ended. So we closed out that season, and now I'm on to the next entrepreneur. I found a couple of them, and I'm going to meet them. They're going to meet me, and we're going to all figure this thing out, and they're going to let us see what goes on because being an entrepreneur, it ain't easy, okay? It ain't easy. But make sure you go ahead and follow your girl on I Just Want to Quit reality show so you can keep up with the keeping up. Also, before I get my head chopped off by the doctor over here, the marriageologist. Before I get that, here we go over here, and let me see this really quick.
Yeah.
Shut up. Take that off. Let me put this here really quick. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Make sure you go ahead and follow the YouTube channel. The VIP membership. Make sure you get your VIP membership. If you have this VIP membership, let me tell you, okay? If you have the VIP membership, right now for the anniversary, the tickets are $30. But as long as you have this VIP membership, your ticket will continuously be $15 up until the day of the event. So it's a good thing to have, okay? Make sure you head on over there. Go to the website. You know what I'm saying? Let me put that up here for y'all because people don't like to follow directions so much.
I got my shit.
Yeah, so you can't say you didn't know. Oh, wait a minute, that's our X topic. Hold on, y'all just got me cheating. There we go. www.candicoatedsecrets.com. So once you go ahead and you make your purchase, I am going to be running a special. They're going to be on sale. Okay, sale at the anniversary. So if you are coming to the anniversary and you have not purchased a membership, don't worry about it. Get it when you get there. Okay, come locked and loaded and ready to have some fun. Okay, so now let me do this. Get this off of here and.
And if you're a side piece, you should at least be able to get $30. Like, you can get $30.
I don't know about that because I ain't never been a $30, $40 chick. I done had my fucking car note paid, got cars brought, you know what I'm saying? Bills paid, you know what I'm saying? Like, whew, back in my day, you had a little decency. Back in my day, you wasn't getting no goddamn $40. You was getting probably about $4,400.
I mean, you need something paid in this motherfucker? Sorry.
You know what? No, he didn't. But you know what? Since you asked, I sure did.
All right, we'll talk.
Look. All right, so let me go to some of the comments really quick before you get to chewing my head off, okay, Marologist?
Okay.
Let me let them see you right now. So Sanara said, I know a side chick who is currently planning her wedding. Told y'all.
She must be like sunshine.
Tremanda said the expectations is why they will destroy a relationship.
I hear that shit, sis.
Raymond said it is some emotional men. See, Raymond, see?
Yeah,
it is some out here. And you questioning them my windows getting busted.
He ain't one of them.
I just said that he's going to be like Michael Jackson busting your windows out.
He said they better take this 40 and keep it moving.
I hear that shit.
Tremanda, hey Tremanda girl. Tremanda said side pieces almost always start having expectations. Yeah, they do.
Because they're filling a void. So they feel like they should get rewarded.
All right.
Yep.
So let's get back to the original question at hand. Go ahead and chop me up, marriageologist.
Is it just a piece of paper?
Oh God, here you go.
No.
Is it safe to say that we didn't figure this out yet? Can we gonna move on from this?
I think we should put a pin in it and just come back because there's so much to be said about that.
Right. That's a real loaded topic.
Right. Because most women have a man for different uses. Y'all got uses.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true.
Yes, I was just talking.
You had a dude to break the window. You had a nigga to come fix it.
Okay.
Right. Didn't you just say you had a dude who paid for your car?
Oh my God. My reminiscing. Lord. If I was a heathen. Go on, moving on. Go ahead, M. Shiree.
But anyway.
He said marriage is not a piece of paper.
It is not just a piece of paper. Even though our society defines it as just a piece of paper at this point. And
I'm listening.
It's mainly because, under the eyes of God, we're supposed to be a union as one. But these days, the state is the one who marries you. And last time I checked, anybody went down to the courthouse, that is not a reverend there to marry you. It's somebody to give you a piece of paper and say, hey, you are able to do this, and you might get some tax write-offs. Here you go. Get out of my courthouse.
You ain't shit.
God also said you need
I'm being honest.
Ring.
You said you need an expensive ring.
Right, that could have been a down payment on our brand new fucking house. You walking around with your ashy ass finger.
Wait a minute though.
That's a little bit of a ripoff too.
So what's your reason for saying marriage isn't just a piece of paper? Because I think did I miss that portion?
Huh?
Why do you say marriage isn't just?
I didn't get to it. I said people think that it's just not a piece of paper, but it is actually a union because it's a full commitment. It's the only commitment that most men genuinely make. Because when you say you're in a relationship, that's about the woman's choice. But actually wanting to get married is the man's choice because he's the one who reaches out and hopes that she says yes. So they're actually making a genuine commitment to a person. Now, whether that commitment stays solid is up to how that relationship goes.
Hold on. I'm sorry, because you're starting to sound a little bit like Kevin.
No, it's true.
I don't think that the man makes the decision. Why can't be that we both make the decision? I got to make the decision to say yes.
But
if you
he has
ask.
to start the process.
Yeah, he has to start the process.
To marry them.
Shit, not no woman.
Yeah, you make the process on choosing him. See, here's the thing, Kansas. You make the process on choosing him because 100 guys can walk up to you and you can say no to 99, but you're going to say yes to one. You choose that. He doesn't get to choose. That's why men go around chasing women. It just is what it is. We don't want to believe that, and we want to believe that, no, we choose each other. No, you don't. We don't get to choose you. We chase you, and you say yes. That's how it works.
True man to say, women been giving them rings out lately, brother. You better tell them true. Okay, big true on the Lord.
For every one of them you see, it's like thousands of men that are proposing to women.
I mean,
so just because you see a few times, see that on a few YouTube videos or on Facebook, don't mean that's happening as often as it look like.
I really don't think a lot of those people even understand what marriage is. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
And like, no, they got that internal clock ticking and feel like, hey, I better hurry up and marry this man because my eggs is about to shrivel up.
About to be boiled like a motherfucker, yo.
Right.
My shit's a sunny side yoke up. I don't want that shit. Mm-mm.
Well, but it's a lot of women that do.
What's marriage to you outside, like if
a headache, a bill. It is a bill though. Well, for me, I think that goes back to what you guys were talking about earlier. Like, why is it that when some people get married, I think you said that they expect different things to change. For me personally, I don't expect anything to change. I expect you to be the same person that you were before you asked me to marry you and before we got married, because I'm not marrying a completely different person. So I don't even really understand how people expectations change, because it's like, so well, what the fuck did you want out of him or her before you got married? You understand? So I don't really understand that, because okay, if I want a man that's, that I can rely on, that's dependable, that keeps his word, that's caring, that's affectionate, have my back and all of that. I'm saying yes. Ooh, well, my bad.
You with me? I'll take care of your motherfucker.
No, he said take care of your mama.
I think expectations change in marriages.
Go ahead, get it off your chest.
I'm your son-in-law. I gotta come shovel the snow. I gotta come cut the grass.
Bullshit, goddamn, Nate. Hold on.
Let me tell you, Mr. Marriageologist.
I got a question for you now.
Where shit went awry. You talking to a divorce nigga, right?
So, no, because you know what? I want to know. Where your hand? I want to know.
I mean,
will you marry me?
I used to be shit, but now I ain't shit. You don't want to.
Well, just say yes.
Yes.
Because bitches think they can change people. Amen.
All right. Okay.
You just want your grass cut, man.
Jesus. Is that Jesus?
No. Okay. So.
What is this? What's happening here?
I'm sorry. You the deacon. You just ordained us.
I'm just trying to find out what's happening here.
Because I don't. To me, nothing changes. You have to be that same person in order for me to say yes. So I'm not gonna say yes and then be like, you better come home in the house by 9:00. You should have already been coming in the house at a certain time.
So let me ask you a question.
I think bitches just get weird.
Have you ever just been really hungry? Like, shit, I haven't eaten all day. I'm really hungry, Mm-hmm. And you're going to do whatever you have to do to nurture that part of yourself, right?
Absolutely.
So sometimes in marriage, and I can only speak out of personal experience, mm-hmm. you can find a person. Mm-hmm. I had a better girlfriend than I had a wife. Girlfriend was cool with all my friends. They came over for basketball, football. Hey, Tony. Hey, Robert. Hi, Steven. How y'all doing? Y'all need a beer? That's girlfriend. Wife? Why them niggas always over here?
Yeah, the expectations do change.
So what happens, right?
Really? Y'all make a motherfucker not want to get married.
I'm just saying.
It's not about
it, so you don't let it happen. You have to maintain your relationship.
That.
Maintenance is everything. You know,
Yeah.
that's constant upkeep. That's maintained to maintain.
I got the engine portion covered.
But what happens is, like, it's like anybody that trained for a sport their entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You never train as hard as the day you won the fucking championship.
Yep.
Because once you won, you feel as though you're the best in the world. Nobody else can ever take this grail from me. So now I'm going to stop fucking training. I'm not going to work as hard. Mm-hmm. And that starts the appreciation. We already, like, what am I, 30? I'm fucking 32. Mm-hmm. All right, God willing, I'll probably live, if I don't get hit by the next girl I date by her fucking car or something, I'll probably live to be about 80. That's 50 fucking years I got to deal with one fucking person. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can't depreciate on day one. What the fuck? What in the high fuck? Like, people always talk about these long-ass marriages. Oh, my grandmother and my grandfather. That nigga stopped talking to her in 1962. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that is true, though.
You know what I'm saying?
They got two separate
They don't even talk to each other.
Twin beds.
Except
like, I make jokes, but, like, at the end of it, like,
at the end
marriage is about, you have to find somebody. You can't build with anybody who don't have the necessary materials. If I bring tools to build with, right, and you don't have no fucking tools, you bought carpet and we need to make an infrastructure. I'm talking about support beams, fucking rebars, concrete, brick. I'm trying to build something strong, and you talking about where we putting these fucking cabinets at. We got to be on the same page. You got to build with like materials.
Okay, but hold on, because there's a discrepancy there, because your motherfucking LeBrant, okay, this is why I say I am the fucking table, because you can build with me. You know what I'm saying? I come with something. Bring your table. Bring my table. We got one big ass.
But is your table a workbench?
Yeah.
No, my table is a full press out layout of happiness.
God damn.
So
that's my table. You know.
So here's the thing, Candace. You gotta think of it like this. When we say table, it's a metaphor to what is the actual what's the word I'm looking for?
Please find it, because I'm waiting for somebody to tell me what the table is, because nobody's told me that.
So it's a metaphor to all of the things that aren't tangible. So it's your intangible. So if you're the table, that means that you are the intangibles. But what are they? If you can't define them, then you're saying that you're just the table, which frustrates everybody else, because they're like, no, what intangibles do you have? Are you able to be caring? Are you kind? Are you patient? Do you deal with adversity? That's what they mean by what do you bring to the table? What are you putting on this metaphorical table that we can put together and create a good life together?
Do you mind?
And if you say that you're the table, then
freedom of speech here.
Right. If you say that you're the table, it's kind of hard for someone to be able to define that.
Hey, brother, question.
Kind of hard for y'all.
Speaking on everything that you just said about the table, I agree with everything you just said, right? But also, how adjustable is this table? Is there a middle piece? Is there a place for your children and my children at your table?
Is it big enough for it to grow?
Is it big enough to accommodate both of our dreams at this table? Is this a table that I could continuously bring bacon to? Is there plates on this table?
Well,
what kind of forks and cutlery and knives are on this table? Is this a table that I can treat you like a queen, or are we going to be paper cupping this shit forever? You feel what I'm saying?
All right. And if she ain't okay with that, then you can't be paper cupping it, because now she gonna complain about it, and you like, all right, I thought we were bringing this paper cup thing together, so now we at odds with that.
Right.
So yeah.
I'm just in the comments. I'm here in the comments.
No, realistically, like, everything he's saying is right. So when a man, like, when he says intangible, your titties, tangible. Your fake ass, tangible like hell. All right? Makeup, tangible. I don't know, shit, a nigga dick, tangible. It might go down and never come back up. All that shit is tangible, okay?
Absolutely.
But, and then people get into, like, shit that they think of things that you want to hear. Like, I'm an honest person, or I communicate. No, that's what comes with a relationship. So you're not doing me any fucking favors. That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, a lot of people don't know how to do that.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, when I'm asking about the table, I'm asking, do you have the ability? And I love asking this question. If the house was burning down and I ran in there, it don't matter if it was my kids or your kids, and I came out with 3rd-degree burns, not able to walk, could you hold me fucking down?
Damn.
I just saved our kids.
Absolutely.
Could you step up and pay the bills if I felt ill? Can I trust you with my life?
Yeah.
Like in a
But
real.
Those are the intangible things.
Why when I said that I could do all of these things because I am the table, and I've said it before that where you fall, I should be able to pick up and vice versa. We should be able to be there for each other. You already know my fucking asset, that I'm an asset and not a liability because you with me, right? So you got to be, because if that's the case, the choice still is yours. We choose to ignore the red flags. We choose to think that people can change. We choose not to see who people really are when they show us in the beginning. You cannot get upset because you stayed in something and then say, well, he or she did this. No, you made that conscious decision to stay in that situation. So stop fucking complaining about it.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, but that goes with accountability though. And everybody doesn't have that.
It goes with accountability. It definitely goes. You said what?
A lot of people do not like being accountable.
Yeah, and we also gotta entertain this, Candi. The fact that most people aren't self-aware. They aren't aware of themselves. And moving on automatic and just assume we have this assumption that most people just like understand what you understand. They don't.
They don't. Well, we see that every day in the group.
Right.
And speaking of group, speaking of group, since I'm ready to be toxic, what is going on with you, buddy, over there? And you arguing with Gabby, and y'all fussing and fighting and carrying on. You know what? So, what is the disconnect that you think it is with you, not Gabby, but with you in the group? Like, you are perceived as I say you really want love, y'all. I'm sorry, I keep it real. I say you. I do. I feel like, at least I'm talking about you in your face. I say he really wants love. I feel like he really wants love. But the reason why I also understand what you say sometimes in the comments and just your things is because I actually took the time to have a fucking conversation with you. So a lot of the times, a lot of them, a lot of you guys in Candi Coated, they do talk to me, and I will talk to them. So it's like, I understood you. So when I see your responses, because we had an actual intellectual conversation, it's easy. It makes it easier to understand where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. Not about you personally, but your thought process. I love seeing how people think. Right. And I know that whenever you do post something, you gonna shake the motherfucking table. Tremanda be like, girl, that goddamn Nathan is shaking the table again. He's shaking the table. So, I do think that could be that. I don't think that you are as bad as LeBrent. I think that you are more flexible and you will bend. LeBrent is very stern, stubborn, and
but see, that's the difference between me and my cousin. Like, the funny thing is, me and my cousin have a lot. Because
y'all say the same shit.
We have a lot of things in common, but me and him come from two different homes.
Okay.
He came from a home where he had nurturing. He had that loving. He had somebody raising him. I came from the group homes, the streets, vacant houses, selling drugs, getting shot at, shit like that, So when I speak from a place of strength, a place of survival, a place of accomplishment, a place of knowing that any woman can come into my life and just as sure as shit that you were fine before me, you'll be fine after me. But I have 2 kids to raise. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when I hear shit like women feeling like they should be given everything that I bust my ass for free, when I was breaking in vacant houses and starting fires in basements and shit, trying to stay warm when I wasn't allowed to go to the foster homes and shit, you think you should get my success for fucking free? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that bothers me. That whole idealism of a woman feeling as though they should have a free fucking ride bothers me.
So is that a little bit of trauma?
I wouldn't say that's trauma. I would say that I know exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. And the way that I present it, I'm going to present it out of a place of power. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you what I want. Okay. And what I won't accept. And I think people need to be more honest. Like, with these days, everything's so fucking PC, and you got to tiptoe around people's feelings. Nobody was tiptoeing when motherfuckers was trying to survive.
So fuck how you feel.
And I'm the same kind of motherfucker that you can say that, oh, you know, he hate women or this like that. I'm the nigga you want in your fucking corner. I don't think you hate when the lights go out, the lights get back on. You feel me? With a nigga like me. You feel what I'm saying? Absolutely. So it's like, you got to figure it out for yourself. Like, I feel like a lot of people will throw something at you because they don't understand you. People fear what they don't understand. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. But if you want to talk about your grandfather and how he used to be a steel worker and how he would make everything count, he would go fish for food and shit. I do all that shit. So I am that nigga you praying for. You feel what I'm saying? I just speak out of strength. I don't have time for that. I know like, that's right, I don't have to prove to you that I can be soft. I don't have to prove to you that I can be emotional because I'm gonna treat you like a fucking queen once I feel as though you're worth it.
And what does being treated like a queen look like? Because I keep seeing a lot of these brothers using this queen word where they around here treating their main woman like a peasant.
Well, welcome to sponsored by Ciroc. This is Nate's Treat You Like a Queen.
we're gonna Mariologist, we're getting to know Nate, okay? Amen. Right. Give us a heart of thumbs up, y'all, if y'all here. Ray said, okay, brother. Okay, brother. Go ahead.
So basically what I'm saying, I think appreciation comes in a lot of different ways. Mm-hmm. Okay? Anybody, you know what? I could walk in and be like, yo, I love you. I love you so much. I love you like the sun. I love you like the rain. I love you like... That shit don't mean shit. Okay?
Yeah, because I hate people in church say they love you too.
So my love you is, you know what? You got a car, went and got your tires rotated and made sure all your oil was fine, everything like that. Got it motherfucking clean. Washed it, checked all your fluids. You can have my car if you need work on it. Let me go check on your family. Let me make sure, even though we don't live together, you got food in your fucking house.
Now, that is called being...
I wasn't done.
That is so nice.
That's the base package, baby.
That is so nice.
But that's what you do as a man.
But what you're saying, what you just said when you were saying that, I'm not cutting you off because I feel like when people cut you off, they ain't listening. Right. But what you said and everything, and correct me, you guys, if y'all are here with us, and you too, Mariologist, okay?
Yeah, I'm here.
That what you just said, oh, I did this, you'll hear a lot of women say, that's what you're supposed to do because you're the man.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. And but I think that's his point too. Yeah, that's his point.
I'm not doing it with you wanting.
No, but what I'm saying is that what you're saying? Like a lot of like society today, people feel like that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, if they have fathers first and foremost, like a father should be doing that. Because I feel like if that's being done, that's showing that you're considerate,
right?
But everybody don't want to be loved like that.
Shit, I hate putting the air in my
I feel as though personally, any sacrifice I make is the greatest way of showing love.
I'm getting mad.
Okay, so if I come home and I'm tired, I had a 12-hour day. You had a 12-hour day. But I want to put on your show, cook dinner for you, soak your feet, and then scrub your feet with the pumice on and put the oil and do your fucking cuticles. That's the kind of nigga I am. That's how you show. Like, I'm the kind of person when I am with somebody, I'm going to massage your back until I fall asleep. You being comfortable makes me okay to go to sleep. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the kind of things that I do. I don't ask for that back, so to speak, but that's my way. You had a hard day, you had a hard week, or you going through something. Okay, I might take a PTO day and clean the whole fucking house just so you know that you're appreciated. Sacrifice is how you appreciate people.
So then what is a woman supposed to do with a man like this?
Fuck up.
The reciprocation.
Because what happens is when you do things like that a lot, it becomes the expectation. It stops being appreciated. And then
people get comfortable.
The fuck it gene comes out of me.
Okay.
And I turn into the other nigga.
So wait a minute. So are you able to? So because I feel like this, you say people like you until they don't.
I'm either gonna love you too fucking much, or I'm not gonna love you at all.
So what does it look like when you're
on
mad?
And off switch?
Because that would be a little gray area for me. Because
define mad?
When you're not getting what you need.
See,
or if it's something that you feel like you're not
fucking getting. Comes when I've tried to communicate and I've exhausted my communication.
Okay.
I'm not one of those people where, I'm mad, so I'm going to be a dick today.
So if you supply all of these things in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
You supply all these things in a relationship.
Yeah.
What does your partner look like?
I'm just hoping whatever they do because they want.
No, but I'm saying give me an example. Because you should be able to say, hey, I'm this, I'm that. So I would want a partner that's caring, that's considerate, that can recognize.
Oh yeah, first and foremost,
sometimes we can get lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about being transparent. Mm-hmm. So it's like sometimes we can get lost and just because this is being done, it's constantly being done, that we do as people tend to forget.
Yo,
like,
I'm simple. I'm
forget.
affection.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Am I lying, meteorologist? Am I lying,
Nah,
meteorologist?
you're not lying. But the thing is, like, you know, there's a book called Love Languages, and all he's talking about right now is acts of service. Like, he may appreciate acts of service. I don't know if he appreciates acts of service, but if a woman was doing the same for him, I'm pretty sure that he'd be satisfied with her providing the love that she's giving.
That shit makes you excited. Makes you want to jump out of your bed. I can't wait to start my day.
What is your love language?
Me personally?
What is it that you like? You like to be typically called Elmo? Sugar Bear or some shit?
I guess for
that's
me,
just words of affirmation. That don't mean nothing to some people.
I love sensuality.
Wait a minute, what you saying, brother?
What did I say?
Yeah.
I said that's called words of affirmation. So when you say I love you, you're beautiful, some women love that, some men like it, but it's usually not a man thing.
I'm sorry, that ain't my language.
Yeah, that's not a man thing.
Like
so
what means
most men like physical touch.
Right. For a guy to be like, good morning, beautiful, or for a nigga to wake up even though he got to work at 5 and be like, yo, you know what? Today I'm going to wake up at 2 and surprise her with breakfast just because I fucking feel
Oh my God.
But you feel what I'm saying? Like,
yes. I will give you head all day, every day.
Let me start cooking.
I think Nate might not be leaving that house. Just to let y'all know. Y'all gonna see him on next Wednesday.
But the whole thing is, like, I think those are the things, and I can only speak for myself, but those are the things where it's like when your relationship may be on the rocks, or where your relationship, you may be feeling so, you may be having a hard day. When you come home to somebody and you're happy to fucking see them, and you're like my kids run to me
like
at the
door.
puppy,
like a little puppy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she got to run to me, but, you know, hey, baby, you home? You know, just that acknowledgement.
All right, but what happens if that shit don't happen today? You know,
but it don't have to happen every day. It's not about it happening every day. It's about.
It's not hard to love a person.
No, let me tell y'all. Y'all know I'm all about. Here you go, disclaimer, transparency. Okay. This is why I like to talk about the communication thing, because I have experience in this area.
Okay.
So give us a heart and a thumbs up, y'all, because I've dealt with someone whose love language was words of affirmation. Yeah. And I can't do that shit all day.
That's a cheap parlor trick.
Because of the simple fact that after a while it's going to seem fake and rehearsed. This is just me.
But you know, words of affirmation don't necessarily have to be literal words.
He's always
like you can write them a note.
Now,
I'm just saying.
No, but that's taking time.
You can leave notes. You can do these different things.
You know what? You always want to jump down my throat before I even got there.
I'm not trying to jump down your throat. I'm just trying to help you out for next time. Maybe you find somebody who could appreciate it. And if you leave them a note before you go off to work, or you leave them a note before you going somewhere, you don't have to physically tell them that you love them as long as they can read the words. They want to be affirmed with that.
You ever got a lunch pack?
Absolutely. I was trying to listen. I was trying to tell a story. So I know what I'm saying.
You gotta switch it up.
Wait a minute, but let me tell you this. So when I said that, what if it's not every day? And there was a time where it was like I came in a house and I didn't, I guess, greet them how they felt they should have been greeted. This one time or something. Because I get into my zone, you know, I'm always constantly thinking about my business. It was I greeted you, hey babe, gave you a kiss, go in my room. I love being in my room. I'm a hermit crab. So it was like that. When I did that, I didn't even learn that was a problem until there was an argument that happened like
that's usually how it happens.
And then it was like, you didn't even do this. Oh, you come in the house and you aren't even greeting me the same. Something's wrong. And I'm like, nigga. That was a man. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. You know, so what I'm saying is that sometimes when you do have a man that is big on, you know, like you guys said, the words affirmation, or they have their own traumas of what a foundation and structure look like to them. that even if you are off a little bit, even if you're trying and you're working with it, that you're off a little bit, it can seem like there's an issue, and they will, and because of the trauma in their past or their abandonment issues, they'll make it an issue when it's not even an issue. I greeted you, I just wanted to go in the room. You understand?
But that's a whole different trauma
I
though. What
know,
I'm saying is a natural
But what
person
I'm
will
saying is,
words
I know that
words of
is a whole different
affirmation.
type
When
of.
you said it was redundant though.
No, that is a whole different type of thing. But what I'm just simply saying is that because everything that you've described, I've always had, and not always, I ain't gonna say that, but to a degree, majority of that. So it's like having someone who's like that. The way that I would show my appreciation is the, oh, thank you, send you a nice little note. Oh, I was out today. I wanted you to have this. Or I thought you would look good in that. Or, you know what? I'm going to come in because I know that this is what you like and you need the attention and stuff like that, then I'm going to come in and I'm going to be more attentive. You understand? Because it's about learning. I believe you have to teach people how to treat you. So, my question is for you, since this is who you are, right? When there is a time, that shit is not going to be every day, because I still have to take time for me. I still have to take time for me and do what's right for me. And we come together and it's good. I think sometimes a lot of the issues comes in relationships because people become one and lose their identity in themselves and their partners. And then when the shit is ending, you don't even know if you like short hair, long hair, blonde hair, thick jeans, short jeans, a goatee, a beard, a six pack. You don't know, because people will groom you into what they want to be. Versus me, I'm always like, just be with me and grow with me. You don't have to read me or learn me. I'm an open book. I'm going to give you everything and tell you everything that you need to follow my manual.
But you said one thing that I feel as though breeds the disconnect between men and women.
Okay, let's talk about it.
A lot of women, and I'm going to say this slow so everybody can hear me.
Y'all listening?
Okay, will say that men are emotionally unavailable. Or that a man...
I did not use that.
No. Listen, I'm about to dig out what you said now.
Go ahead,
emotionally unavailable. Mm-hmm. Or they'll say that, we don't have feelings, or we don't want to be vulnerable with them. Mm-hmm. Now, what I keep hearing from you is words like trauma, abandonment issues. Mm-hmm. You're not dealing with a rescue dog. So let me clear that up.
What it felt like.
Let me clear this up. So when a man starts to trust you, and he lets his guard down, because for a man, we're competing with other men. We're competing with the job. We're competing with the expectation. We're competing with a lot of shit. All right? So when a man trusts you enough to give you his story, you are not supposed to then eternalize his story and catalog why you think he's broken. A tale of survival still have broken parts of it. A tale of accomplishment still has broken parts of it. If a person is cancer-free, do you still think that they have cancer?
No.
Exactly. So if a guy had to go through abandonment to learn how to love, I'm thinking you're going to want somebody that's been through the wrong side of shit, because they can appreciate the good side of shit. And when y'all get upset, or when y'all start thinking, y'all puzzle too much shit together sometimes, and you think just because he's complaining about something, oh, that must be when he was 13, when his heart got broken by his mother. And then that's when you start a fire in this nigga.
Are you
and
talking
it's the
about
wrong kind. No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about women in general. See, you can't use somebody's story as a fucking weapon.
That's, no.
You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of women misunderstand the concept. He trusted you with information, not for you to use it against him.
Absolutely. Now that shit is.
But when you start thinking that just because, like, there will be a lot of people, if I told my story, oh, nobody ever loved him. No, dumbass. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is God knew that he was going to give me 2 children that I had to be strong enough for. Okay? So call it trauma, call it a problem, but that's character development. I'm a motherfucker that can't be broken by society. Phones can die tomorrow, I'm going to make money. I'm gonna be able to provide.
Corona
I still know how to
fix.
I know how to fix cars that don't have computers in it. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I know how to do the man shit. Mm-hmm. You know, not saying women can't do it, but I doubt that you want to kill a deer, pull that bitch up in a tree and skin them, but I can. Yeah, I'm not doing You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is you guys have got to stop using a nigga's trust against them. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of girls get punched. That's why a lot of girls get cheated on. That's why a lot of girls what I'm saying is because when you start disrespecting somebody on the level that you are questioning who they are and all of their growth, you no longer have respect for that person. And the only time you really should get cheated on is if you niggas live together, because he can't just walk away from your ass. You feel what I'm saying? I mean that. If you're going to be a person that's going to hurt somebody, mm-hmm. and you're not going to treat somebody well, then why the fuck do they need to stay with you? Fuck marriage, fuck any of that. I agree with that. If you're not going to do well by me, mm-hmm. if my kids got to see me upset in my own fucking house all the time, if I'm a grown man, you know, not saying that I had to do this shit, mm-hmm. but everybody cries. Men cry, we just don't do it in front of people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But everybody experiences pain. Just as much as a nigga can love you, he's going to experience pain. Mm-hmm. Okay? So if you're the only person outside of his fucking mother that he trusts, how do you stab niggas so deeply for no fucking reason? Mm. The shit that women do be so backwards. Like one of the most backwards shit. Like you call a nigga 17 times and be like, on the 19th time when the nigga answer, why the fuck you ain't answer? Now you got hung up on, and all you wanted to do is talk. Yeah. All you wanted to do is talk. So how the fuck you gonna get in your own way? Hold up. I'm just saying.
Pretty much.
Does anybody understand me in this motherfucker? I understand this.
I agree. It's just like that meme we was just looking at on the page where it had the long ass text that had like 1,000 words on there when the dude ain't respond. Nobody's gonna respond to that text. They gonna cut it off, and the average dude gonna delete it and keep moving. We're not gonna deal with the.
Ladies, y'all better take notes.
No one wants to deal with the, okay, well, if you didn't cater to me immediately when I needed to be catered to, then I'm going to be mad at you.
But then in the comments, you have statements like, we're having an open discussion, right? And I see two statements.
Let's go to the comments.
That says both sides are guilty of that. Then right under it, it says, you know, men do that same shit though, right? Mm-hmm. Now, here's the issue. Mm-hmm. Why can't we have a conversation? The conversation is, let me understand you, then you understand me. Mm-hmm. So won't you, before you defend your fucking self, won't you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then maybe you can understand how we feel that way. Mm-hmm. And then you can say it. And then I understand. And then, but then I say we.
No, what he's saying,
need to see how hands work.